want to try to get one more in for you. We're going to go ahead and go back to our constant on the top. So I'm just going to do 1. This time I'm going to do an x squared in the denominator, not an x. And show you what happens when you put the square. Now there, again, is all kinds according to how difficult. We're not going to get them super difficult, but we're going to go ahead and do our vertical asymptote here. So in this case, x cannot equal 0, we know. So our asymptote is x equals 0. So we'll get that in. Okay, there we go. Now it is just like the one before, in which our horizontal asymptote, since it is c over, that is also going to be the y equals. Okay, that part doesn't change. So our asymptotes are not going to change. Okay, which makes that really nice. So let's see what does change. Okay, so we're going to put in some points and maybe predict what do you think is going to change, because it's an x squared. Okay, so let's put in a 1. So 1 over 1 squared would just be 1 over 1, which is just 1. So I'm still at my 1, 1. I'm going to put a 2 in. 1 over 2 squared, which would be 1 over 4. So at 2, I'm down to 1/4 already. Okay. If I put in 3, I'm 1 over 3 squared. I'm already at 1/9. So I'm already jumping down a lot faster, right? So when I go to do my graph, okay, it is going to go down a lot faster than what it did before. Okay, so there's that. Now let's go to the other side. So the other side was over here in this quadrant before. Remember, we had it in the 2 quadrants. So let's put a -1 in. I get 1 over a -1 squared, which is 1 over 1, which is 1. So at a -1, I'm at 1. See what happened? Guys, this should make sense to you, because if you have a negative and you square it, you're always going to get a positive. So what we should see is exactly the same thing in terms of our points. So I'm going to have a -2, 1/4, and a -3, 1/9, so forth. So when I have it squared, it's now changed to quadrants. And they're both on quadrants 1 and 2. They're both in the positive range. Okay? Past that, guys, they're going to just move right, left, up, down again. If you have y equals 1 over x minus 1 squared, again, that 1 is with the x. And so that should move me to the right 1, but still be up. So that should make my vertical asymptote now at x equals 1. And my horizontal asymptote at y equals 0, okay? Because again, I am going back to that x minus h squared, that moves it to the right, okay? If I put then a y equals 1 over x squared, we'll do it that way, plus 2, again, that plus 2 should move us up 2. So my vertical asymptote, in this case, I put it back to the original. So this is going to be x equals 0. And your horizontal asymptote should move up 2. So it's going to become y equals 2. Other than that, the graph will look exactly the same. Okay? It's just according to how I move it right, left, up, down. So what I would have you do is take some, put those in your calculator, and see if you can predict correctly, okay? Because really it follows the same patterns we've been doing, going all the way back to our parabolas, okay? So if you learn the parabola rules, this should not be too bad. If you learn the circle rules, this should not be too bad. Okay, there's only one left more that I have to show you, but we're going to save that for another day.